Hey all, Peyton Marine here with another status report. It is after the leap year now. We are now into March. Um, so February was a busy month hobby-wise, really for me. I've been doing a lot of stuff. Um, I've had a decent amount of models come in from other people, as well as been working on my Legion stuff. I still have a squad of, I guess technically Phase One clone troopers that I need to pay. I say technically because if anyone kind of has seen the album, I've got the Snow Troopers with the Phase One arms to make them Galactic Marine. So I still got to paint one more squad of them. I've got the Phase 1 upgrades that I didn't do any kind of conversions or anything with them other than some like kind of hands and helmet swaps to just kind of change up the squads a little bit, so they don't all look the same. But excuse me, I got a few of those, three of those squads I need to get painted up, and I plan on painting them up as pretty much the ARC troopers that we see in the first animated Clone Wars series that was done, years and years ago. They were like shorts that were done on Cartoon Network and then put all together. I think they're like an hour long altogether, and there's like two series of them. And they're done in the Samurai Jack style of animation, like the same individual. I can't remember his name, but he did the same animations, or did the animations for Samurai Jack, did them for these Clone Wars animated shorts. So basically, what it was just the ARC troopers. They had, I think it was Captain Fordo was his name. He was a red striped clone trooper, and then you had some blue clone ARC troopers with him. And then there's like a few that were, I mean, I don't know if they were ARCs or not because they hadn't really flushed everything out, but they didn't have like the pauldrons or the katana skirts or anything like that. So that's kind of my plan for that. I do know that there are ARC troopers coming out that they've announced, but the reason why I want to do this is kind of an homage to the earlier cartoon series, and that way, and then plus it's kind of very generic, so it'll fit into kind of the idea that they're Galactic Marines, and these are their kind of a clone ARC trooper attachment. But then also, because when the ARCs come out, the ARCs are actually kind of a retcon ARC trooper because they changed the helmet design for the Phase 1 clones. So the Phase 1 clones, as ARC troopers as seen in uh, the cartoon, have like your traditional looking helmet. But then later on, when they kind of retconned them a bit in the Clone Wars series and on Star Wars Battlefront, they actually, the Phase 1 ARC Troopers helmets changed. They actually look a lot closer to the Phase 2 ARC Troopers, except they still have the fin kind of coming out the back, and then they have a T visor, but the rest, there's definitely differences that make it look closer to what the Phase 2 ARC Trooper looks like. But the main difference is being, well, I can't remember, they might have actually uh, switched not to the T visor on the Phase 1. I do know, either way, I do know the most prominent change or difference that you can see between the two is the Phase 1 still has the fin, but the face looks a lot different than the Phase 1 clone trooper. So I feel like that is kind of a good reason to kind of do that. And then once I get my hands on the arcs, whenever those are finally released, I'm definitely going to be painting one as Echo and Fives because there's rules for them in the box. But then the other ones, I want to do other arcs from the series that are got some pretty cool paint schemes from the Clone Wars series. And then depending upon how many arcs I have left, I may try to do the different ARC Trooper variants as seen on Star Wars Battlefront. There's a Cobalt, the Umbra, which I already technically did with Captain Rex. Um, but I don't know what I'm going to do with that now. But so there's that one. There's one more that's kind of like black and it has like some neon green on it. I don't remember what they called that one. But anyway, very excited for all that. And then I also just picked up I actually picked up a few things. I got a lot of things going on here. I got the Saber tank that I just got it, so I need to build that up. But something that I've had for a minute now, which I need to get kind of going, is the C3PO R2D2 Crash Escape Pod. Um, So I do like the secret mission thing that comes with R2-D2. I also do have a couple sets of Rex that I got because even though I did the Umbra operative, I do want to do one of Phase 1 and Phase 2 Rex just for fun and take my time really getting into details and painting on that. Other things too, I got a few Obi-Wans and Grievous, and I got a couple of Count Dooku's and stuff like that that I'm going to be working on doing the LED lightsabers with, and stuff like that. So those are really cool little conversions and stuff like that that I want to get up and going and do those because those are always kind of fun. And there's something else with that, but I can't remember now. But yeah, so those will be fun to do and convert up and get those LEDs going. So that's kind of it on the Legion route. I haven't played any more Legion recently, and I haven't seen any events locally or anything that they really have going on for Legion. So it's kind of a little disappointing, but we'll have to see and kind of make the time for it. And then other than that, I'm just trying to I had a tournament this past weekend. Didn't go great. I technically got I got won one and lost two, but the one I won I actually got tabled in. But because of the way the mission worked, I got like 5 victory points at the end. It said, and this was I guess to help for if people get tabled on this mission. But you get 5 victory points if 1,200 points or more of your army was destroyed. Well, that definitely happened to me. And my opponent, I did not manage to kill 1,200 points of his army. So he did not get 5 victory points for that, and I did, and by doing so, it put me over him by 3 points. So, yeah. So I got tabled my first game, technically, but won it. Second game, I only had my Tech Marine left on the table, and really, it was really rough. And I kind of wish, man, hindsight's 2020. There's something I definitely screwed up on is I was trying to go for more points when I should have just went for the win, honestly. I had the objective, it was an objective you can move with, and I grabbed it, and if you got it into their deployment zone, instead of 5 victory points in, you got 10, and then there was 2 more objectives, like, in their deployment zone, that if you got it past that, you get 15 victory points. My hope was just to get into the deployment zone and get that 10 victory points, when, in reality, I should have just grabbed it and started falling back, instead, and just got the 5 victory points at the end, so that way I think I would have won. It still would have been close. We would have been low on points, but yeah, hindsight is what it is. So that was just an error on my end, because really everything he had was in the back of the board still, because he was doing kind of a, well, he wasn't kind of doing it. He was doing it. He had like a Dreadnought character bubble going on with other Space Marine HQs over there, allowing for like rerolls to wound, rerolls to hit, rerolls to wound, and then with the Chaplain Dread and Bjorn or something, and they were rerolling everything basically. And then he had eliminators behind her wall, so where I couldn't hit them, but I couldn't target any of his characters because the eliminators were the closest thing to me. And then the eliminators have their can shoot through walls round thing. So yeah. But yeah, now I'm thinking about it, and I don't know why I didn't do that. He got his Wolfen onto the objective, charged me in combat, and I took them out, and then I should have just picked it up and started falling behind, because there was a building I could have fallen right behind there, no line of sight, and there's no way he would have been able to move within line of sight to shoot me off the objective. That was stupid, because every time you shot somebody off the objective too, you got 5 victory points. So he shot me off twice, and then stole the objective at the very last turn. He shot me off and got the objective. So, basically, I gave up 15 victory points there at the end. Now that I think about it, I'm like, wow, that was such a mistake. So live and learn. And then the last game, I got tabled again, and that was going up against a Chaos Knight, Mortarion, a Demon Prince, and then a bunch of Rubric Marines. So, uh, yeah, that was a little bit rough. I managed to take the knight down, and I got what's his face down pretty good. Mortarion down pretty good, but he still sliced me up. So, and then if you've seen my attempts at coherent thought, I kind of mentioned it somewhat. And then plus, if you looked at some of the comments on the Facebook side of things, I want to say there was a controversy. There was just, I had made a comment because I came in second for best painted, and I made a very distasteful comment about um, the guy who won first, and I guess I've since apologized, and it was just a poor taste mistake to have made. Uh, because like I said, my whole point and hope here is to help inspire and promote the hobby and not uh, create negativity and tear down anybody's efforts. And it's not that he didn't deserve best painted at all. He definitely has a very well painted army. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, there's no there's not a good reason for negativity ever, really. And I don't have one for why I made the comment. So, I've since taken the comment down, but the responses and my apology responses and such are still there for everybody's viewing pleasure, if you so want. um, but yeah, so I'm just trying to move forward from that. But other than that, I'm hoping there's another tournament on the 14th of this month that I would like to try to attend, but it's another like 2.5 hour tournament away, um, and I feel like it's going to be more competitive than the one I just went to, and that one felt pretty competitive, for being like a narrative, not non-ITC or ITC hybrid event that it was. This one is an ITC event, so I feel like it's going to be a bit more competitive. Um, but I don't know. But I would like to. I want to try to play more. I haven't been able to play a lot in the years past, just being really busy, and it's going to be kind of no different where I currently am, unfortunately. But if I can, I'm going to attempt to, and we'll see. I'll have to gotta talk with the wife and the family too, because that's another aspect too. Is like it'd be a lot easier to play a ton more, even with my kind of busy work schedule. If I was single, it's definitely easier. But family is also an aspect that is always taken account. So we'll see. Hopefully, I can work in a few more things before my schedule gets really busy. Which it sounds like after March it'll get busy, but around May I'm gonna be very very busy. So we'll see. And then still no changes or no updates about Nova. As far as I know, it's going to be a no-go for me this year, unfortunately. So it's just that is what that is. And then I know we have Adepticon coming up soon. So with both those, Adepticon and Nova, since I won't be able to go to Adepticon 1 because it's so far away right now. And then Nova, because it's definitely looking like I won't go. Uh, and if I can go, it would probably just be on one of the like over the weekend days, like maybe Friday, but Saturday, Sunday would be the days that I would most likely be able to go up. So all that to say, I would miss Thursday, which is usually the Games Workshop preview event. So I'm thinking I'm gonna try to plan to do kind of like a sit and talk hobby chat, probably like 15 minutes prior. I did 30 minutes before last time for the LVO, but that seemed like a lot of time, and then I had some technical difficulties with the sound and stuff echoing that resolved itself once the article went live. But I've since figured out what caused that, and hopefully so this next time I can do that again. So my hope is this next one coming up for Adepticon, I'm going to try to do another live stream, kind of first reactions to everything. So probably about 50 minutes prior, just kind of like come online, start to talk with people, and kind of see what they think. But this will be interesting because it's supposed to be super long at Adepticon. I'm not sure how they're going to periodically update, because before when they did it, they just kind of like posted the whole article up for LVO, like right at the time. So I'm curious if they would do the same. So I know there's like some sort of like, a lot of people are speculating that they're going to be able to see the first episode of Angels of Death. Um, I don't know if that's going to be the case or not, but yeah, we'll have to see. So, all right, well, yeah, so stay tuned for that, and then there's another big announcement I have coming up, which is actually kind of, I'm going to be making that video next, and then hopefully posting that up here soon. So, stay tuned for that. If you like contests, basically, get ready for this. And I'm very, very excited about this. It's going to be a little bit of a collaboration. I reached out to quite a few other Warhammer personalities. I'm still waiting to hear back on some. And hopefully they'll get in on it here in the future, because I hope for this to be an ongoing segment. But like I said, I'll be posting that here in a little bit too. So, all right, well, all that being said, hopefully, if you haven't, please check out the Facebook page and then check out the YouTube channel and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. If you have any comments, questions, or anything, definitely leave them below. I'm always looking for ways to make things better, or if you have any questions or whatever, definitely post it below. And yeah, with all that being said, until next time.